Hi friends, my name is Colby Sharp. I am a 5th grade teacher in Michigan, and I like to make YouTube videos where I talk about books and reading. And it has been a long time since I made a video. I am recording this video in early July, and the last video I made, I believe, was in May, which I can't remember ever going this long without making a video. I am thinking a lot about these last several months and what has happened in the world and what has happened in education and what has happened in my own life. And I'll never forget walking out of my classroom on March 13th, knowing that it was going to be at least a few weeks before I got a chance to see my students again because of COVID-19. And I really thought we would be back in school at some point before the year ended. And one of the last things that we did together before we left on that day was we continued our read aloud of Katherine Applegate's The One and Only Bob. And we were going to leave on this really huge cliffhanger. If you read the book, there's a storm and you're really worried about one of the characters. And we were going to leave it there, and my kids were like, no, we can't. We have to keep reading. We have to read a little more. You can't leave us like this, Mr. Sharp. So we read a little bit more and left at a pretty good place. And as we transitioned into distance learning, I tried to read Bob aloud to my students because one of the things that they made me promise was that I wouldn't read on without them. I wouldn't finish the book and then go back and just read it to them where we were. I promised that I would read this book with them. And I think the second day of distance learning, we read a chapter or two of The One and Only Bob, and I don't know, it just wasn't working for them, and it wasn't working for me. I think I could have pulled off reading aloud a book to kids distance learning wise, or from a distance, if we were starting the book that way, but just in the middle, it just didn't work. And as a class, we decided to stop our read aloud and to just focus in on other things, building our to-read list and getting excited about reading and trying to help them have the books that they needed. But I am going to honor that promise. I am going to not read on in The One and Only Bob without my students. And since school was canceled the rest of the year, that means that this is a book that I will never finish. And if you know anything about me, you know that The One and Only Ivan is one of my all-time favorite books. It is in the top 3, and it is a book that means so much to me, and these are characters that mean the world to me. And knowing that I'm not going to get a chance to see how this story ends just feels right. It feels right to hurt over this story because I'm hurting still over the loss of that time with my students, and I will never get that back. So that's why I'm never going to finish The One and Only Bob. And it was really good, and I was really liking it, and just getting a chance to spend more time with those amazing characters made my heart happy. So that's why it's been a pretty crazy time. I decided to stop making videos for a little while at the end of May and just take a step back from putting out content and trying to consume more. I've been trying to read and read and read and read and listen to podcasts and watch videos and learn from other amazing humans. It just felt like a time for me to step back, and my brain is full. My heart aches for the world and for so many people here. I'm just thankful for my wife, who has pushed me to learn more. I'm thankful for my family, who is why I do what I do. A lot to learn still. Just the way that I grew up in this small white community and not knowing about the injustices that are happening to Black Americans as I had enough privilege to not have to know about that kind of stuff, and the racism that's going on in this country hurts, and we have a lot to do, and we have a lot of work to do, and we have a lot to learn as white educators to hopefully make this a better place for all students, but especially for our Black students and for the Black community. I have learned this last month that I have so much more to learn. I definitely don't have answers. You're not going to probably come to this channel for looking for that sort of content, because this is where I am a student and I have so much to learn, and I appreciate all of the people out there doing the work and helping me to learn. So much of it is for free, so I am forever in their debt, and I appreciate all the people that are helping people like me become better fathers, husbands, community members, teachers, all that stuff. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you get a chance to read The One and Only Bob. I hope it's as good as I know that it is, and know that it's just Catherine Applegate's got mad skills. So I hope that you're reading something amazing. I have a stack of books that I need to review on this channel, and I'm hoping that this video will help me get back into the swing of things. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe. I know things are pretty crazy all around the country, and stay safe, mask up. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Colby Sharp. Have an awesome-tastic day, and happy reading.